All right, let's see if we can get this working tonight. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Free Association. And I want to talk for a few moments about Omicron. And I'm trying to get my head around all of this stuff for the last couple of weeks. Dr. Andrew Kaufman claims that it's a PCR scam, it's a PCR test scam. That's possible. The symptoms are mild according to the doctors in South Africa, and yet the UK has gone into emergency mode. We're on a level 4 emergency alert for a virus that travels quickly but is mild. I don't really understand it. I don't understand the logic of it, because the information coming out of South Africa is that it's mild. So why the emergency? What else is going on that justifies an emergency? Well, there's a control agenda going on. We know that there's a financial agenda going on because there's a lot of money involved in vaccines. So I think that's the primary thing. The control, I think, is probably secondary, as long as the money gets moved around. That whoever these people are that are moving the money around, it's a scam organised ultimately by Fauci and his cronies in terms of generating a virus, if they did genuinely generate a virus, or putting in place all the parts of a scam, including the PCR tests, part of the scam, and putting placemen into political positions to get the result that you want from the fear tactics that are being used. So the Young Leaders Project at the Davos people, my brain's gone soggy, but the Davos people is what I'm going to call them for the time being. The Great Reset people, Klaus Schwab and his mob. They're behind the political side of it. Fauci's behind the medical side of it, along with Bill Gates and his cronies. Financial side is Pfizer and Moderna. Bill Gates is invested in Moderna. And Bill Gates is invested in the technology that people are using. So he makes money either way. It's a win-win situation for Bill Gates. And probably for Pfizer as well, because nobody can take the chance. Nobody's prepared to take the chance that Omicron is mild, despite the fact that the information coming out of South Africa tells us that it's mild. So, honestly, when you're making decisions based on fear, based on exaggerated claims of disaster, of course you're going to be overly cautious, and of course you're going to spend billions of pounds on vaccines. But Boris Johnson can't be seen to be the leader during a mass culling of the British people. It wouldn't work for him politically if people started to die en masse any more than they absolutely have to. So I don't quite get the dynamics of it. It's obviously a drama triangle with the virus as the persecutor, people as a victim, and the vaccine companies as a rescuer. So we've got a drama triangle going on. At some point, the persecutor and the rescuer is going to swap places, and the virus will become the rescuer, and the vaccine companies will become the perpetrator. Almost inevitable in a drama triangle. And the victim will become a rescuer of himself or herself when people start taking responsibility for their own health, if they ever do. I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping that the drama plays out in roughly that way. If the persecutor and rescuer swap places, and then the victim becomes their own rescuer, that's about the best outcome we can hope for. And if Omicron's mild, then that removes the virus as a persecutor. With no persecutor, there's no need for a rescuer. So that's the dynamic that I'm seeing. I'm not sure about the rest of it, but there's a financial dynamic going on. There's a financial fraud dynamic going on. There's patent fraud probably going on, going back a long way. There's a lot of things going on that would need to be sorted out, need to be looked at in full context. And at some point, people need to get into court and be tried for decisions that they've made over the years, and grants that they've given, and research that they've approved. And I'm looking at you, Anthony Fauci, and your cronies. At some point, those things have to be sorted out. So I think Reimer Fulmich's committee in Germany is the best hope we've got. If they can get the PCR test guy into court on a fraud charge, then that would set the ball rolling. Or if we can get Fauci into court on a fraud charge or a racketeering charge or something like that, that would set the ball rolling, and other people will follow from that. That's the best we can hope for at the moment. I'm not sure it'll happen, but it's a hope anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow, probably. I did say I was going to do 15 minutes a day. I haven't quite managed that, and it's a totally different time. But if I manage to do one broadcast a day, I'll be doing all right, I think.